Number 6? Are we on 6 already? Of the 12 streams of Christmas? I think we are. I think this is number 6. I wish I could change how this layout goes. So I could have more chat and less of this other stuff. So this is now Restream.io. So we're going to see if this works. If it doesn't work, we're going to stop. We're going to stop Restream.io until we figure it out a little better. It says I'm live now. Oh, and it says 31 people are watching. I got no feedback on who's watching. I got no chat. I got nothing until we figure it out a little better. Oh, there's chat. It says I'm live now. Well, we're just going to do this differently 31 then. People are watching. I got no feedback. Oh, there it goes. Watching. That's still weird. I still got no chat on the... Till we figure it out. How's it going, everybody? Frank's here. Oh, goodness. Chat. Yes, everybody's here. Okay. Fantastic. Well, we're just going to do this differently. Fantastic. All right. Oh, there it goes. That's still weird. I got to get rid of this guy. Good morning. How we doing? All right. Seriously, 2 a.m. in Japan. Sorry, brother. We'll do one late tomorrow night. We'll do it later in the day for me. And that will that'll be better for you guys on the dark side of the moon or globe. Sorry. Oh, how's it going, everybody? Oh, Curmudgeon, Ron, Chris, a bunch. Oh, Janice. No ho ho. Hey, Michael. I was thinking, I wonder if I need to have a Santa hat for one of these streams. Don't you think? Maybe the last one or something, or some reindeer antlers, something like that. We should do this all year long, Randy. Maybe. You know what? I would not be against doing a lot more streams. They have been super fun. Oh, that's cool. I have no idea. That must be Arabic. I had a friend who spoke Arabic, tried to show me how to get some stuff. Did you get a notification? Sweet. So this is happening through Restream.io. So if we go to Twitch, I should be on Twitch right now too. I should be on Twitch. Let's see. I don't even know how to find myself on Twitch. Oh, yeah, look at that. Streaming. Oh, I'm streaming Destiny 2. No, I'm not. I know how to find myself on streaming Twitch. Destiny 2. But hey, but it's real. I'm streaming 2. No, I'm not. Sweet. I don't know. We'll have to change this. I don't know how to change that too. But hey, anyways, that's a work in progress, but it's working. So fantastic. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I guess I do have a Santa hat when I'm ready for it, and the girls just brought me a Santa hat. A green Santa hat that'll disappear. I have to lower this. All right. Excuse the caps. I did. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. From Norway. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Seagray. You got a notification on your Linux desktop. Fantastic. Okay, so we must have done something right. Excuse me. Burping a little. Hi from Holland. Alcedes, amigo. You went to Twitch right on the front page. Now I have to pick you or her. Well, you know, I can't blame you, Frank, if you pick her. I won't hold it against you. All right. Now, so is that Brazil? So that would be Jaime. The hat cuts the glare down. Oh, it does, doesn't it? The glare from my head. Problem is it doesn't show up. Oh, it's got like an adjustable thing on it. Oh, wow. I don't know where this hat came from. I've never seen this hat before in my house. Killing me. Just finished your stream from yesterday, Ray. Well, we got a lot for you to keep up with. Got the notification on the iPad, cellular, data to watch from a restaurant. Awesome. They won't put it on the big screen for you, Jim? Ontario. Hey, William. All right. Belgium, love the videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Good morning, Santa. It's got a bell. Can you hear it? I'm not going to wear this thing for very long. Nice hat. 90F. Oh, gosh. India. Got you on the PS4 and on your phone for the chat. Sweet. That's a nice setup. That's a nice setup. Is it... I guess you can stream YouTube or Twitch on that. Oh, I could even do Mixer now, right? With Restream.io. Oh, it's your aunt's restaurant. Oh, gotcha. At everyone on Discord earlier, YouTube icon popped up on your phone. Man, it's all coming together today. Well, guess what? I'm going to take this hat off, but So yesterday, regards from Cyprus. Oh, I'd love to visit Cyprus. Is it beautiful there? I would bet it is. So yesterday we had, the plan was to do some MicroPython, and the plan fell apart. I think we might be able to get it fixed. Ooh, what's this? Combined chat. Oh, is that why? Oh. Okay, I need to bookmark this. Ready for a message. All right. I'll tinker with that. All right. 65-inch TV in your parents' living room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No pressure. Sorry. Hey, Dad. How's it going? Mr. Hammer. Nice to meet you. All right. So, yesterday, what I was trying to do was the MicroPython, right? But we had a little bit of trouble with the serial connection. Mark has been working on it. I think we figured it out, so we'll have to get back to that at some other point. But the good news is, at least yesterday, last night, when I was working on today's topic, it was working, and we actually got it all working. So this will be the Google Home. Can I say that without triggering everybody's devices? But today will be the Google Home without the Home Assistant Cloud. And we got it working, and should be able to reproduce it. Should, right? Should. But if nothing else, we have some great instructions for you that I followed. And the big thanks to Luke Meeson. Luke is in Australia, and he's in bed right now. He's asleep. He told me he wouldn't be awake for this, but he helped me a bunch last night. Sent me some instructions a few days back, and then we got on a call last night, and he helped me a ton. So it's working great. Just don't say that or that. Okay. Got you, William. Thanks. Georgia Tech. How's it going? Evening in the UK. More UK. David. Salty. How's it going, man? Christian. Folks love the live streams, but got to hit the hay. Catch the replay. Be inspirational. Thanks, Michael. That's awesome. And I see you're using Restream IO this morning. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I still got to tinker with it a little bit. Twitch thinks I'm playing Destiny, but I'll have to figure that out at another point. But today, for now, we're doing it good. So, all right, let's get into it, shall we? Let's do it. The topic for today is Home Assistant with Google Home without Nabu Casa or Home Assistant Cloud, whatever. From China, sweet. We got to chat about that sometime. I was thinking about that. You know, I don't know what kind of restrictions they have. Don't they have some restrictions on things? But anyways, that's awesome. Thanks for joining in, Sachi. Is that how you say it? That's a cool name, too. From South Africa, awesome. Hey, Paul. You can mute your Amazon Echoes. I might say that word accidentally a couple of times, but we're not going to do that device today. I didn't have enough time to do them both. There were better and easier to follow instructions, and I had Luke as an expert with the Google device. So that's the one we're going to do today, and that's probably going to fill our time. So, hey, Charlie, how's it going? Donat, Marco, like it. Exactly what you're working on this morning? Okay, hey, well, you can follow along. I was actually thinking this would be a good time for people to, you know, to seriously follow along. So like, get your stuff out. I'll show you what pages you need to open and what you need to do, and we'll kind of walk through it together, and I'll hopefully be able to do step by step and get you there this morning. So, or this evening, wherever you are. All right. Now, excuse my belching again. Ugh. All right. Using VPN to watch YouTube, otherwise blocked. Oh, gotcha, Sachi. Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. From Poland, Portugal, Romania. Actually, oh, Israeli and China. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Working there or something? That's fun. I hope it's fun. Maybe it's not. I have a friend that's been going to China a lot lately for work. It's good and bad. It's good. It's really, of course, it's neat and stuff, but traveling back and forth is a killer. Are you going to pin directions on Discord or paste them in the saved video? So here's what I did already in anticipation of that question exactly. So Luke sent me a Word document that had his instructions in it. And just for simplicity's sake, just now, like a few minutes ago, I just posted I made a blog post on the website, on the DrZzs.com website. So there it is. If you want the instructions to follow along, it probably would be good to go through and do some formatting a little bit maybe and block it out into steps. Luke had that done, but then thought, well, it was kind of choppy, so he undid it. And I need to put some pictures, maybe some screenshots and some things. He's got some links to screenshots in there. Hopefully they would work. You might have to copy and paste them because I didn't put more than 3 minutes, maybe 2.5, maybe a minute and a half into posting this blog post. But there it is. So those are the instructions we're going to follow. You can follow along with those. There is also a pretty good page on the Home Assistant documents about how to do it. Right there. Those are pretty good, but some of there's a lot there and not all of it applies, and there's a couple things that Luke put in his instructions that aren't in these instructions. So we're going to follow Luke's because that's what I followed. We might go to this just to copy and paste for formatting purposes, but otherwise we should be pretty good with Luke's instructions. Going to automate my factory lights and air conditioner with HASS.io. Sweet, Sachin, that's cool. Hey, Graham from South Africa. All right, from Greece. Okie dokie. All right, so let's get to it. So the very first thing that you need to do if you're going to connect your Google Home device to Home Assistant without the Home Assistant cloud, you must be using encryption. You have to have an HTTPS URL for your instance of Home Assistant, and it has to be accessible from outside of your home network. If you do not have those things, it will not work. So we'll go through that. It's not. I know we've talked about encryption a little bit, and my solution has been, for now at least, just VPN. So I don't on my production Home Assistant instance, I don't use encryption, but I have a test development, whatever you want to call it, Home Assistant instance that I have started using with encryption. I set up encryption just for this. Wife's driving, doctor in one window, my girl's chatting in the other. Good job, she can't say. Will your DuckDNS URL work, Fi? If you have it set up with encryption, it will. If you don't have it set up with encryption, we'll walk through that. Let's do that right now. Okay, so this is, oh good, you can't even see it. Let me move it over here. So this is I can't fill the screen. That's not going to work for this. Oh, maybe I can. Let's try. No, it won't work. Resolution problems if I try and fill the screen with this. So we'll just have to bounce back and forth. All right. So this is a fairly blank, brand new instance of Home Assistant. I don't even care if you see my DuckDNS address. You're going to see a lot of things that, would probably not be something you'd want to share with everybody else if this was going to be your always running instance of Home Assistant. For me, this is a development instance. Mark helped me set it up 2 weeks ago, and it's been shut down ever since just because I wasn't using it. I used it today. When we're done today, I'm going to shut it down again. So if you see some of these things, I'm not too worried about getting hacked. It won't be running, so nobody will be able to get anything out of it. So, hey, Nuno from Portugal, how's it going? Okay, so assuming you have a brand new instance of Home Assistant. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. We've all seen, yes, you have, Michael. You've all got my passwords. What I wanted to tell you too was that all I did, Mark did help me some, but last night when I was going back through the process for getting encryption done, JuanmTech has a great video about DuckDNS and encryption, and I followed his. I had to go back through and pay close attention a couple times because he went through some things, and if I didn't do them in the right order, then things didn't work out right. But his video is really good. So I'm not gonna bother doing a whole video on DuckDNS and encryption unless it changes at some point in the future, because I wonder if that's gonna work now that it's Restream.io. I don't know if my bot's gonna pick that up. So we'll, if not, we'll. Yeah, good. He did a great job with it. Yeah. Oh, there's the bot. Yeah, the bot is working. There it is. Good. Great. Okay. Struggle with the JuanmTech video. One of the Discord guys helped you. Okay, well, that's good. Good. So the bot's there. So there's the link to Juan's video. That's what I used, and it was great. So, but we'll walk through a little bit now so you can see the process. Okay. So you've got a brand new instance of Home Assistant. You're going to need a couple things. I installed the IDE because just for some way to edit the files, because that gets a little tricky. Once you start the encryption, you've got to change that a little bit to be able to get to it. So, all right, you do need this add-on. So if we're going to go to the add-on store, the add-on that you want is the one that's under the official add-ons, this DuckDNS right here. Okay, this has Let's Encrypt included in it. So you don't need this Let's Encrypt one down here. You just need this one. Okay, so you install this one. You install it. Down here, you can see my DuckDNS token. Do I care? No, I don't care, because I'll just delete this DuckDNS 3 thing in a little bit. So fine. I can't care. I can't, just the nature of this thing. There you go. There's my DuckDNS token. For what it's worth. You can hack me for the next hour and then it'll be gone. All right, let's see. On dinner duty. Oh, thanks. How did I say your name? Dole? Thank you, man. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, so in your config, the things that you're going to want to put in your config, well, we'll go get this. So you have to go to DuckDNS, right? And it's going to show you all my stuff probably. That's okay, because I don't use it. Okay. Let's delete that one first, in case I ever do want to use that one again. Okay, so here is DuckDNS, and no hacking, I promise. Thank you. Be kind. All right, so here's DuckDNS, and I just started a domain. There it is. There's my IP, for what it's worth. So I just started this. Now, when you do that, you will get a token up here, okay? So you're going to need this token. So go to DuckDNS, set up a URL, a name. You get to put the name in that you want here, and then it gives you this part down here. Then you take that token that it gives you, and you put it right here, all right? And then you have to put, and it has to be in quotes. That's important. And then you have to put the URL that you just named right here. Also in quotes. So this is your new URL that you just created, and right there in quotes, and then true right here. Okay. So then you can save that. I'm trying to remember, was there another step that he did before he started it? I think so. I think before you restart it, you're going to want to go to your configuration. You can see it right above my head. Go to your configuration.yaml file, and you're going to need this stuff in the, I wish I could make that bigger. Can I? Yeah, I can. Control plus to the rescue. All right. You're going to need this stuff in your configuration.yaml file. So HTTP, base URL, and then with the HTTPS at the beginning, your DuckDNS URL you just made, and ending with port 443. Oh man, see, there's some tricky stuff with ports that you have to do too. You're gonna need this SSL certificate. You're gonna need the SSL key lines right there. Initially, oh gosh, what did I have to do? There were a couple steps that you need to do some port forwarding, right? So the port forwarding steps that you need, oh, your Hasio SD card just died, no. Oh good, Frank's gonna give us some tips. Shoot, Frank. Frank's correcting me, I love it. In Hasio, you can skip this step. Oh, can you? Oh, do you do it in the integrations? Add the NGINX proxy. Oh, interesting. Okay. Is that one of yours, Frank? Must be. This guy? core add-on. Oh, it will handle the 443 to 8123. Oh, okay, good. Great. Great. All right, so then add this. What does this do? That's so much easier. Yeah, I'll bet. So because it was kind of tricky because you had to open 8123 and then you had to open 443 to 443, but then you had to change 443 to 8123, and so this takes care of that. Anything I need to do in here for that? Obviously, I haven't done this. This does literally everything for you. Oh, okay, cool. I wonder what would happen if I tried that now. I don't want to mess with it because I don't want to have to restart my router or do anything funny. So anyways, so there's a good step. That's something I need to do offline probably so that I can not interrupt the stream and mess things up. So do I need to put my domain in here? I need to put the DuckDNS domain. Still need to port forward though. Just port forward 443 to 443. Is that what you need to do? So you, in your router, you go to port forwarding, add a rule to forward 443 to your wherever you're running Home Assistant, port 443. 443 is the SSL port, right? So everything that and actually one of the problems I had when I was trying to set this up was that I didn't have I used 8123 and it wouldn't work. Google won't even let you do that. You have to do that. Yeah, do the 443 to 443, add domain to start. Just your DuckDNS name. Dang. Oh, what is this now? Do I need HTTPS maybe? Oh, I need quotes. Yeah. All right. The main advantage, Home Assistant runs without SSL, so you can still access Home Assistant via 8123. Oh, that's great. Without the HTTPS. Okay. All right. Well, there's the first wrinkle of this little how-to is that I was not aware of this NGINX thing. I probably should have tried that. Do you put the whole thing in or just your name? Yeah, it looks like just your name. Frenck was saying no HTTPS. Does that seem right? Recommend using Node-RED for the following video for Dropbox backups. Okay. So would this be an accurate configuration for somebody who's going to start this up? What do you think? That looks correct. Okay, thank you, Frenck. Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated. NGINX, is that how you say it? Okay, NGINX. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So that will simplify the setup of your SSL, right? Because that will take care of some of the port forwarding for you, which is awesome. Disable port 80. Oh, down here, just take this out. It's pronounced NGINX. Oh, that makes sense. Cool. Yep. Okay. All right. Does that look pretty good? What will happen if I start this? Maybe I better not. I don't need to. So for now. So now it's only forwarding 443. Okay, cool. Perfect. Thanks, man. Gosh, that was awesome. That was easy. So then I would just start it. So then what would I have to put in here now? How would that change this? Do I not need any of this? Frenck is such the master. How long was your stream yesterday, Frenck? I couldn't believe it. I was working and I watched for an hour or so, and then I came back like 4 hours later and it said you were still going. Yeah, it'll work or explode. That's true. I just don't want it to explode in the middle of the stream. Although that is kind of funny. Take the SSL stuff out. Okay. Oh, so this part down here. We'll just Almost 5 hours. Wow. Port 80 is to redirect 443 if someone leaves off the S. Oh, okay, cool. You don't need the HA config. Your stream was 5.5 hours long. He watched it all this morning. As if it were without SSL. Okay. I look way sharper on Twitch, do I? Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe YouTube is dumbing down my stream, huh? Stinkers. Okay. Just comment it out. All right. Sorry, I'm not following some of this, I guess, but this part, comment this out too. Watch, everybody's gonna say, no, this is the problem with the delay. I don't know what I would need. DuckDNS add-on uses DNS verification challenge. Okay. What do you think? All right. So anyways, now, hopefully, I don't know how anybody's going to follow that. Delay on Twitch is way shorter, but YouTube keeps blocking your chat. Sorry, man. Chatting too much. All right, once and for all, what do I do with this line? This is the problem. Does this stay just as it is or no? Do not use this. You don't use this line at all. So does that mean you don't even have the HTTP heading? But it's no harm? Okay, fine. Cool. Okay. And the Liverpool Man U's playing? Oh, man. Since that's assumed. Gotcha. Okay. I saw that. Tasmoda 6.4 is out. Talk to Frenck on Discord only. Oh, yeah. That would work. Thanks, Frenck. Yeah, shoot me what you got if you need to tell me more stuff there, Frenck. It's good for everybody to see it, but that way you don't get blocked. If you have more stuff. Have Frenck come on. You want to come on, Frenck? I think we got it pretty well sorted out, but we could certainly do that. That'd be fun. Use Let's Encrypt on your own domain, even with just HTTP at forwards to HTTPS. Okay, so there are some complexities here that I don't totally understand, that I don't get completely. There's obviously a variety of ways you can do it, where you have, as long as at the end of it all, you have an HTTPS URL that you can... Okay, cool. Maybe we will have Frenck join. Awesome. That'd be fun. That's got to be in the middle of the night. What time? It's got to be... Oh, no, you guys are good. This is great. This is the Europe time. This is when it's good for you guys. You're so brave to do this live. Yeah. Oh, there's a thin line between brave and stupid sometimes. But, yeah. This part, I wasn't planning on getting too into this, so this is good. This way behind your router, it's not encrypted. Outside your router, the connection is encrypted. That's great, because that was a problem. Oh, you can't do video? Okay, well, that's okay, Frenck. We can bring you on just voice. But voice would be possible? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Gosh, man, I wish Discord voice worked reliably. We can give Discord voice a try. That would probably be the easiest thing to do. So what I was going to say is, with one of the problems I had with encryption, the first time I tried it, was once you've encrypted, or once I did it the way I did it, you could no longer just put in like the IP address of your Home Assistant into your browser inside your network and get to your Home Assistant. It had to go out, encrypt it, and come back or something. And so it was really painful. But maybe with this NGINX, it'll be okay. Franck's in his PJs for the night. I think it's good to see other people struggle and learn. It shows that not everyone knows everything. I sure don't. You got that right. That's good. That's another part of the purpose I serve here, is to show everybody that it's okay not to know how to do everything. And it's okay to just figure it out and learn. That's what I do. All right, the viewer just subscribed. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Frenck, do you want to try this? Should we try get you on here? I want to put a headphone in so that I can hear you without an echo on everybody else. So let's do that. And then we'll try using the Discord chat. I'll see if I can get the Discord to pipe into the stream. The new Has.io broke your update. Sridhar, so the thing to do there, my friend, is to watch Frenck's video from yesterday. All 5.5 hours of it. Frenck, was there a part where you specifically talked about repairing that Lovelace problem? I know that was kind of the purpose, was to update and tackle the Lovelace problems. Yeah, the first hour. Okay, good. And that was what I watched, and that was what made me think, oh boy, I got to go back and watch this again, because I have not updated, and everybody's had this problem. There was a breaking change for Lovelace with this update, but if you go to Frenck's, and I think you can actually, what was the command that I put for you in here, Frenck? Was it Frenck YouTube? FRANCKYT, I think, or something like that, wasn't it? If you go to Frenck's channel, or it's probably archived on Twitch as well. Now to blast a bunch of times. So then you can go watch the first few lines, or the first hour of Frenck's stream from yesterday, and you should be able to get a lot of your update and Lovelace problems sorted out. Really not that complicated to fix unless you have a lot of tap or hold actions in your Lovelace. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't think I do. I did, for an example, at one point have a few of those. I do have a lot of tap actions. I have quite a few tap actions. So, okay, let's see if we can get Frenck in here. Let me see if I can get the Discord volume going. All right, Frenck, I'm gonna hit you up with a voice call. You ready? There he is.
Oh, okay. Am I in?
Hey, yeah, he's in, and he's even showing up on the stream sound. You guys hear him? Oh, now it shows you muted. What happened? It was just working. Ah. What happened? Oh, there.
Yeah, it was just.
Oh, you're muted on. You muted on your side. Okay, cool. Bit loud. Okay, let me tone that down a little bit. I can do that. Okay. All right, there we go. So walk me through this, Frenck. Just tell us what you got to tell us what I got to do here to make sure that we get this clear to everybody, because I don't think we did it. I didn't do a great job of prepping this part. So, what do you think?
Okay, so just up front, I hear you through Twitch, but I cannot hear you through Discord, so I hear you with a delay.
Oh, okay. Let me see. What can I do on Discord? Microphone. Let's try. How about that? Does that help you? Can you hear me, Frenck? No? Probably not. Does that take the sound off of everybody else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Holy Alex, thank you, man. Appreciate that. What about that?
Yeah, now I hear.
Okay, great. Wonder if everybody's getting an echo now. Nope, doesn't look like they're getting an echo even. Okay. All right. Wow, I think we managed to do this. That's almost a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, Frenck. It's fun to get to actually talk to you.
Yeah, great, man.
All right. So what should we tell them about how to do this?
Well, actually, you were talking about adding the DuckDNS add-on, and then let's... And that would... Sorry about the kids, by the way. They're still awake.
No problem. No problem.
So that would actually require you to forward the port from outside 443 to inside 8123 to Home Assistant directly, since Home Assistant will run SSL in the case you were trying to do.
Okay.
The problem with that is, though, your Home Assistant will run SSL always, as well on your internal network. So you will have to use your external URL to avoid SSL issues.
Yeah.
So the NGINX proxy allows you to keep Home Assistant running like without SSL. And the NGINX proxy will talk to you, Home Assistant, and will take the non-HTTPS, will add SSL to it, and then go outside. So it's like a gateway, an SSL gateway. So Home Assistant will stay just HTTP, and the outside world will do HTTPS.
Oh. So do you don't use this add-on at all then if you're using that NGINX?
Yeah, you need it, since that will take care of the DuckDNS domain and the certificate. The NGINX, though, takes care of being the gateway.
Okay. So settings-wise, is this still what we want in our config for the DuckDNS add-on?
Yeah, that's just as normal. Don't change anything in there. That's just fine.
Okay, great. And then in our NGINX configuration, we're good with this as well. This is a good example. This is appropriate.
Yeah, looks great.
Looks good there. Okay. And then on our configuration, you were saying we don't need these parts for sure, right? This SSL stuff. But then the base URL, you don't need it, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I would set it. I think I said it. I'm not sure, but yeah, it doesn't matter that much.
Okay. Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Great. So then, what's going to happen? What would you think is going to happen if I start this NGINX add-on? Since I've got it configured the way I do with my port forwarding and such, do you think it's going to explode on me, or should I just start this for the example?
Well, HasIO will still be accessible through the internal URL with port 8123, since without HTTPS, since that thing is still running plain the old way. So you can always access Home Assistant whatever happens.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Well, let's start it then. Awesome. All right. I think we're good there. Let's see. Can you do subdomains with HasIO NGINX add-on? Do you know the answer to that, Frank? Somebody asked, can you do subdomains with HasIO NGINX add-on?
You could add some custom configurations to it, but there are add-ons out there that actually can offer that functionality. I think what's it called again? Caddy is one of the famous ones. They do a better job if you want those kinds of things.
Okay. So John, the answer to your question, John, is in order to use, what we're going to do here in just a minute is set up a Google Home, I don't know, I guess it's an app or something, you're kind of making your own skill so that Google Home can connect to Home Assistant. And the only way that you can make that work, the only way that Google will allow that to happen is if it happens through an encrypted connection. So you have to have encryption at some point in your Home Assistant setup if you want to use Google Home without using the Home Assistant Cloud, or Nabu Casa they call it now, right? So there are different ways to do this. This is a great way. I didn't know about this, and it sounds like, just looking at the chat, there's probably other ways too. Whatever way works for you, that's great. I try to make it as easy as possible for new people. This seems like a pretty easy thing, and this will probably alleviate some of the pain that goes along with doing the encryption through Let's Encrypt only, because if you did that, then all of a sudden every time you wanted to access anything with Home Assistant, you would have to use the HTTPS, and it would have to be
yeah, exactly.
So
that's
you have to go.
Why?
Yeah, and that's painful. I mean, especially like for me, that would be really painful to have to go back, and there's a lot of different whatever things that are connected to Home Assistant that now I would have to make run through encryption, and that would just take some time to sort out, and there would be some things broken potentially, and I don't want to get into that. So this is a great solution. I like that. Thank you. That's awesome. All right. So are we good there? Do you think everybody? So just so everybody knows, you do have to have encryption when you're going to do this Home Assistant or Google Home with Home Assistant without the cloud. You have to have encryption. So here's a good way to do it. This is a great thing that will probably alleviate a lot of the pain of doing encryption with Home Assistant, this NGINX. And again, I thought Juan's video was pretty good. I went through it pretty good. So we ready to go on to the next step? Frenck, anything else?
Yeah, be sure to forward port 443 to 443 in this case.
Okay, so you do, so in your router, which for me, I always have to access it through the phone, you need to set up a rule that will be a port forward of external port 443 to whatever IP address your Home Assistant is running on at port 443 also. So do that part. I can't show you how to do that because it's on your router. And so cool. Thank you, Frenck.
So let's get back to and most importantly, you can still access just Home Assistant via port 1823, so without the SSL. So even if your certificate is run out, it will still work.
Okay, let's show that here. Oh, maybe I need to do something different because maybe this might be a port forwarding thing. Because that would be the IP address. This is the IP address, the internal IP address of mine right now. So,
port 8123.
Yeah, I got it there. Oh, it's thinking now. No, not thinking.
Have you changed the port already in
you know what I think? No. In my router?
No, and you changed the configuration of Home Assistant. Did you reload some stuff? Oh, I
didn't restart it. No, I didn't restart it. That's probably what it needs to be. And then I think I have external port. I think I'm pretty sure I have external port 443 to internal 8123. I don't want to change that right now, just because I don't want to mess this up.
I don't want to mess up your stream, bro. But this is just
Well, I appreciate that. This is good. This is a good way to do it. I'll have to come back to this and do it right. I just don't want to mess up the example of the Google Home thing by messing with the port forwarding it now. But it should be okay. This should be all right. Okay, so let's head on. Anything else, Frenck? I appreciate you coming on, man. That's nice. Short notice.
That's it. You're welcome, sir. No problem at all.
All right, we'll let you get back to your pajamas and your breakfast or whatever is happening over there. They said you're already in your pajamas at 6 p.m.
No, it's 7 p.m. Kids to bed.
Getting kids to bed. Awesome. Well, hey man, thanks for joining in.
Yeah,
maybe we'll call you later if I get stuck again. Thanks a bunch.
Feel free to.
Okay. Bye. Thanks, dude. Bye. Okay, that was fun. All right, so let's move on to the next step. Is that okay? I think it's a good time to move on to the next step. A lot of things you can do. Use encryption with NGINX. You can simplify things a little bit for yourself by not limiting your internal stuff. HTTPS and then the IP address. Yeah, let's keep going. We're gonna keep on trucking here. Okay, so assuming now at this point that you've got SSL set up, it's working, and you can get, I can take this out. You can get to Home Assistant through an HTTPS address from outside of your network. That's the important thing that you have to have in order to get this next part to work. Now, for the next part, we are going to go to this this URL, which is the Google. All right, thanks Ryan for subscribing. We're going to go to this Google developer page, I guess. And you know, I'd probably done it before, but there's probably a step that you have to do to kind of get set up as get a developer key and verify yourself and some of those things that I did a while ago. It's not hard. That's not the part that would get you stumped, so I'm not going to be able to go through that again. But essentially, you get to this console.actions.google.com. Sorry, I'll pull that down so you can see it. console.actions.google.com. And once you get here, you will be able to start a new project. So this is the one that I set up yesterday that's working. But what we'll do is we'll look at that, but then we'll go through the process following Luke's instructions to get it set up again. We'll set up a new one, okay? All right. Here we go. So start a new project and give it a name. You can call it whatever you like. Okay, whatever. Start a new project. Okay, when this pops up, this will take a minute. It might, depending on where you are, it may ask you for a country code and things. Mine didn't, but I think for Luke in Australia, it did. Okay, so now you're going to get these choices here of sort of what kind of app you're going to make, and we're going to use home control. So we click home control, and then we click smart home. All right. Now we're going through this overview, and there's going to be several steps that we need to follow in order. First thing we need to do is name it. So this is the name, and this is actually also, I guess there's a voice component to this, or at least that's what this needs us to do, is assign a voice. So if you have to pick something here, ASSISTANT. You have to pick something here that is not too simple, is not one of their restricted words. There's a couple other rules. So if I just choose Home Assistant.
Home Assistant.
Yeah, but it won't work. If I hit this, oh, sorry, it's up here, save. If I hit save, it's going to tell me, nope, sorry, you can't have that. You can't use that, right? And this one says because it includes a restricted assistant word like launch or Google or assistant. So you have to come up with some other name for it. And this name is a little bit important because it's gonna show up later when we set up the app part, and when we link your actual Home Assistant with your Google, this new Google little app here. So you have to just kind of experiment. The one that I came up with that worked, I can't use it again because it'll be confusing to me later. But the one that I used that worked was Megadroid. I don't know, it worked. So maybe if we try Megatron, maybe that'll work. See if it'll let us do that. Yeah, okay, it approved Megatron. So there you go. All right, so once we've done that, we can go back. Let's pull this up again. We can go back to the overview, and we'll go on to the next step, okay? The next step here is going to be this linking of set up account linking. You want to leave this as no. And then the link type is OAuth. And now another thing you have to have is that you have to be running Home Assistant 0.80 or newer. Anything older than that, they didn't have OAuth or zero auth, however you say this, in the real world, in the programming world. Prior to 0.80 of Home Assistant, you didn't have this option. So we do that now. We're going to use an authorization code. So you select both of those. Go to the next one. Okay. Client ID used by the actions. Now let me go through the instructions, make sure I get this in the right spot. Okay, so this one is this line here in the client ID box. Yes, so it's this line here. I don't know how I can paste that. Well, it's in the instructions. If you're following along with the blog post, this line, this HTTPS, OAuth, redirect, Google user content.com with the trailing slash, that's important. It's in the blog post, so you can copy and paste it from there. I don't know what would happen if I pasted this into the chat. So maybe nothing would happen, but anyways, you can grab it from the blog post. Okay. So you put that in there just like it is right here. No changes. The secret doesn't really matter. So we can just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think we ever use it again. Authorization URL. Okay, so the authorization URL is going to be your DuckDNS URL. So in my case, I was calling this DrZzs 3.duckdns.org / now this part's important. Oh, you have to do the port. Oh, did I do the port? You know what? I need to, now is when I need to double check, because we did have to do a couple things differently and I don't remember what we did for the port. So let me look that up real quick. Console actions.google. Okay, so we're going to look at we know the one that's working is Megadroid. So we're going to go through this. We're going to look at client information. Yeah, okay, so you do have to put port 443. That was what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I messed this up initially because the port that I put in here was 8123, and that's a no-go, right? We're using encryption, so it has to be on port 443. All right, so then at the end of this, we're going to put port 443. And now we put in auth, A-U-T-H, and then authorize, A-U-T-H-O-R-I-Z-E. Okay, that should be our authorization URL. Looks good. Okay, we're going to copy this. We're going to put it down here for the token, and then we're just going to change the end. We leave the auth, but here we want it to just say token. All right, got it? I'm not watching chat at all. I can't even see it. It's behind another window, so somebody scream at me in Discord if something's exploding. All right. Cool. Okay, and away we go. Configure your client. Oh, scopes. Yes, we do need to add a scope. One scope we need is email. So we did email and add a scope. And then we do name and add a scope. Okay? And that's it for that part. Next. Testing instructions. We don't really need any testing instructions, so we can just say test. Now, let me think. There was one thing we didn't do. Do not check the transmit client. Oh, yeah. So back here for a second. Back here, make sure you leave this. Make sure you leave this unchecked. Don't check this transmit client ID via HTTP, blah, blah, blah. Just leave that blank. Okay, I think that's that. Double checking that I didn't miss anything. Okay. Here we go. Oh, also make sure you use the base device. Oh, no, you guys are talking about something else. Sweet. Okay. Save. And that looks like we did our account linking. So the next part we have to do, be careful. Messed it up once. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is the testing part. For testing, we're going to go back to here and grab our Google Assist project under add actions. So we need to add our first action. Did you follow that? Did I go kind of fast? I think I did go too fast. Let's back up a second. So this is just our main page, and I'm going to click this Google Assist. Now we're going to do add an action. Okay. Add your first action. Okay. Create smart home action. So this part, there's a URL we need to copy into this. And it is this. Of course, this all needs to change back here to be my DrZzs 3.duckdns.org. And that parentheses sneaked in there somehow. Okay, so it's your DuckDNS. Oh, I need the port. Sorry, missed the port. Don't miss the port. Okay, so again, HTTPS, your DuckDNS URL, port 443, and then you end this one with /API /Google_assistant. Got it? Okay, that's our action. Done. Perfect. Now we need to test it. I'm double checking my instructions here, make sure I didn't miss anything, but I'm pretty sure we need to test it. Okay. Test enabling. Doo, doo, doo. All right. So over here, this is sort of your test environment. And the first time, this was something Luke told me happened to him, and we don't have a good explanation. But the first time, it gives you this input line here. You just hit enter, and it's going to tell you it failed. Sorry, something went wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Now, if you type something simple like lights turn on, it's going to work. Oh, did I need to?
Okay, turning 8 lights on. It looks like 2 lights aren't available right now.
How about that? Okay, so that part works. I do think, though, that I may have skipped the part that you need in your configuration. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Okay, so it worked. And I could do, last night I did this it was almost 1 in the morning here for me. And I'm testing this. I'm talking to Luke in Australia. And he says, okay, now just type in lights turn on. So, okay, so lights turn on. And I didn't even think that it would actually have any lights associated with the Google Home already. And of course it does. It has 8 lights. I don't know how or what point that got associated in that app. But regardless, it turned on 8 lights in my house at 1 in the morning, including my bedroom where Mrs. Z's was snoozing away. So, oh, that was funny. And so, yeah, that was funny in the middle of the night. She was okay with it though. She didn't get too upset with me. Okay. What I use more than anything, Sridhar, is I use She Who Shall Not Be Named more than I use Google. I do have one Google Home Mini for tinkering, but and I like it. I actually like it quite a bit. I think if I would have started with the Google Assistant stuff before Alexa, I probably would be more into the Google stuff. Sorry, I keep saying her name. I like the Amazon Echo stuff. And we have a ton of them, so we're pretty embedded in that ecosystem at this point. But I think if I were going to go back and do it again and start from scratch, I just like this more than anything. It's the sound is smoother, and I think the speakers sound a little bit better. The Mini versus the Dot. So yeah, the dangers of fiddling with automation stuff after everyone's asleep. Ain't that the truth? I knew it. I'm glad you muted yours. I'm glad you did. Yeah, if Google allows custom naming of the wake word, I'm all in. So I was listening to something. Hey, Risto, you caught the live stream. Awesome. We'll get back to this in a minute. I'm going to take a 2-minute break to answer some of these chat things because there's some interesting stuff. So about the wake word. So I don't remember. Was it Rob? I can't remember who was talking about it, but somebody, I was watching something, listening to something, and they were talking about how Amazon Echo and Google Home are able to have such a small little device managing all this sound processing, right? Because it takes a lot of computing power to be able to process a lot of voice recognition stuff. And the key is apparently that on board on these little devices, it only has the power to process those few words that they let you use as the wake word. And then once it hears the wake word, then it links to its mothership and starts processing everything that you say after that. So I still think they should be able to do that, right? You should be able to program it so that you can give it your own custom wake word. It's only one more word. It's not like it's going to overload the thing. But yeah, I would really like to see the same thing. I would like the wake word to be able to be changed. So, okay. Tell the kids off when you're away. You can do that through Amazon Echo too, John. You can. We do it. I do it all the time. I do tell the kids. You can even broadcast everywhere, or tell. All you have to say is tell everyone. And, I say Amazon Echo, whatever. Tell everyone it's time for dinner, and every echo dot in the house will turn on. Uh-oh. Okay, she was listening to me. Every echo will turn on in the house and broadcast whatever I just said. Just records what you just said and sends it out to everybody. So it's pretty cool. Beginning of last year, 9.5 predicted possible custom wake word for Google. Oh, that'll be super sweet. Okay, so let's get back to this before we get too lost. So we finished setting up this our Google app. I guess we are now officially developers. We've officially developed an app for Google Assistant or something that I don't totally understand, but we did it over here. And now we're going to do the next part, which is going into our configuration.yaml, and we need to add some lines. So you need to add these lines down here. And you start with a main heading. Can you see that okay? I can't see the stream. Yeah, you can see it's right above my head. All right, so you need to go to your configuration.yaml. I'm just using IDE. I just left this up for simplicity's sake. So you need to add this main heading that is Google_Assistant. Then the project ID. Oh, yes, that's right. So we need to get the project ID. So to get the project ID, you go back to the overview here, select your project, which was this one, correct? Let's see, where was it? Yep. Okay. Then you hit. So this is the name of my project. Okay. So let's go back here again. So this is my project that I'm working on. And now the name of that project is up here. So when I click that, I can now do, it's telling me which one. Where's the, oh, there it is, the settings. Okay. So now under these settings, I need project settings. And now here's my project ID. So I need to copy that project ID, and that's what you will paste in here. All right. So I can do that now. Oh, I'm afraid of all that SSL stuff we did if something's going to explode on me. Oh, okay, we'll do it anyways. We'll paste it in there. All right, and then we tried tinkering with a few things. If you go to this page here with the that's on the Home Assistant, I linked this at the beginning of chat. I can link it again real quick. Oops. No, I can't now because I did that. Okay, there we go. Copy this, paste it in the chat. Is the Google scene working? Oh, you guys are doing something else. Okay, cool. You guys are just cruising along, helping each other out, doing other things. Love it. Love every bit of it. All right, in this page, you do have a list of all of the available exposed domains. Okay, so this is the things in Home Assistant that you want to be able to control with your Google Home. So for simplicity's sake right now, what we included here was just switch and light and group. But there's a long list here of all the things that you can expose right here. Available domains. So you can do input booleans, scenes, scripts, fans, locks. There's a special thing you have to do with locks if you do include locks. Cover, media players, climates, vacuums. Okay, so those are all possible. For simplicity right now, I'm just going to do these, switch, light, group, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So now I'm going to save that and then restart. So let's go back to Home Assistant. And we will see if I destroyed everything with my, I think I can still walk you through the rest of this, even if my encryption experimentation goes awry. Okay, config checks out. That's a good sign. All right, so we'll wait a minute. We'll answer some chat. Wake words are just encoded in a format that makes it easy for the device to recognize. The software is available to produce the code for the new word. It's just a real pain to set up. Oh, that's good to know, Matt. Well, let's make sure that let's let them work on that first. Let's let them work on that before we do that. Watching this just convinced me to finish moving from, yes, we've got a convert, John. We've got a convert. John is now converting to Home Assistant. Winner. Winner, winner. This is good stuff. Okay. You show your URL again. It's okay, Fi. This is everything that I'm showing is all my experimental development branch of Home Assistant. So once this stream is over, I turn it off. It won't matter. So none of this is even affecting my actual stream. See, Dendra, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining us from India. What time is it in India? That's when I need to get on I got a world clock on my phone now with a bunch of times. Like I've got the Netherlands time on there and Australia time on there. I need to put India time on there too. You have it working without SSL. Oh, you need to see my URL again? Show your URL again. Which one, Fi? Tell me. Sorry, brother. Just tell me what you need. I'll show you. Which URL is it? I'm wondering if we didn't totally screw this thing up with that SSL thing. 11:40 p.m. Woo! Oh, so you guys are 12 hours off from us. Wow. Yeah, the fact that this isn't coming up makes me think we blew it. We've screwed it up. Oh, there we go. Unable. Interesting. Unable. Sweet. I love it. Oh, my YAML. Sorry. Okay, here it is. Oh, I saw it. You said you are, and in my brain that went to URL instead of your. Okay, I see what happened there. Then stop injects. Yeah, I can't even get in to stop injects. How am I going to do that? Okay. So because of injects, then it's letting me in with the IP, with just a plain old IP address now. So that's great. That's fine. That works. So I didn't have, what I was trying to do was I was trying to put in https DrZzs3.DNS.org and get to my Home Assistant that way, and it wasn't working. But because of NGINX, I just put in the 192 internal IP address at 8123, and now it works. That's what you've been trying to say. Yeah. I'm thick. I'm very thick. Okay, so let's go now. Once we've got that step done, we've restarted Home Assistant. We've got these bits in here. I think the next step is to set up the app. And I don't have a way to show you my phone too much. But the next piece you need, I'm assuming, well, a lot, especially international folks, probably have more Android phones than iPhones. But you can do it either way. You just need to go to the Google Home app. Can you see it all? A little bit. Not really. Okay, you go to the Google Home app. You cannot see anything that's on that screen, can you? I have a way to connect this with an HDMI, but it's not going to work. Maybe if I turn down the brightness way down. Now what do you see? Oh yeah, there you go. So you'll get a little bit of this, right? You'll get this Google. Oh, that's working. Okay, sweet. So you go here to this page, and then you're going to click in the second row in the middle. There's a plus. So you hit that plus. All right, hit that plus. The next one is Setup Device, which is the one at the top. Okay, so I hit, oops, let's go back. I'll show you. It's the one at the top, just says Setup Device. So hit that one. Something about Discord. Nope, don't see anything. Okay, cool. Okay, so then you'll have this page, and it'll say Setup, and it'll give you a couple choices. The choice that you want is the bottom one, which says works with Google, something, something, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, if I turn off injects, but it works, so this should be fine. Okay, so now when I hit that bottom one that says works with Google, I get the choices, and you can see the top 3 choices there are all the ones that I've been goofing around with. A reflector. There's an app for Windows and Macs called Reflector that allows you to AirPlay your screen. Oh, okay, William, I will download that today. That's awesome. I need that for sure, obviously, because this is about as low tech as it gets. It's embarrassingly low tech. How do you find DrZzs on Discord? Somebody just do a !D for Georgia Tech, and he will be connected on our Discord. Okay, so you can see that the third one down there is the one that's Megatron. That's the one that I have. So I'm going to hit that one. And this is the part where you just pray. Oh, and it won't open it. Son of a gun. And that might be the NGINX thing. Well, what you should see, we'll open one of these others. Nope, it's that NGINX stuff. Yep, dang it. Well, that's the last step. That's the last step. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try the router thing. So I shouldn't have to reset the router. I should be able to do it. It just gets my this Google Wi-Fi. I've had troubles occasionally if I get too frisky with the port forwarding. It sometimes there's a delay in how long it takes for it to take effect or whatever. But hopefully we can get this to happen. Or I could just stop NGINX. Maybe that's the easier thing to do. Let's just do that instead. Well, I have to restart. I don't know. Let's just try it. We'll just stop this for now. I don't know what's going to happen. Don't take the risk. Stop in. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Frenck. And add the SSL lines to Home Assistant. Okay. All right. So we're going to back up a step and just put things back to the way that I had them. And I'm sure we're working just for the sake of having at least one time have a functional example on a live stream at least once, please. Okay. So I'm going to put this back here because this is how I had it when we started. And so I'm just going to do this this way again. And we will just restart Home Assistant again, which is easy to do. And I like taking a minute to restart Home Assistant because do you have functional examples on your... You do have functional examples on your live stream. Oh, thank you, Frenck. You're still waiting for that day when you do? Oh, come on. Okay. Frenck has plenty of functional examples. I peeked at your screen yesterday, Frenck, during your live stream, just after you had done the update, and I saw your Lovelace, and all I saw was red boxes everywhere. Like, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. And you were just calm. You were just like, yeah, okay, no big deal. We're just going to keep on trucking and figure this out. And it was awesome. Oh, did I? Oh, no. Did I leave NGINX on for auto start? Oh, crud. I probably did. Son of a gun. Thank you, Matt. Too late now. I turned off NGINX. I keep saying it wrong. NGINX. Thank you, Try. Thanks for subscribing. I turned it off, but I probably left it on auto start. Son of a gun. When I pick SIO, it says couldn't update settings. Check connection. Are you following along with me, Bill? Or are you doing something else? I think we're going to have a problem here in a minute because now I'm probably totally... Maybe it didn't auto start. We'll try it and see. Yes! Okay, sweet. It worked. It did not auto start NGINX, so we should be good. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the Google Home app. And we'll see. We're going to click this Megatron. Oh, hallelujah! Yeah, we did it. Okay, so now when I clicked on Megatron in the Google Home app, it gives me this. And it lets me sign in with my user ID and password to Home Assistant. And once I do that, it will be linked and it will be working. I am so excited. Yes. Okay. Oh. Password, password, password. And there we go. Oh, what does that say up there in the corner now? Okay, so there he goes. So now this comes back up. Oh, I've got to turn down the brightness again. So now this comes back up. Amigo. Okay, this comes back up and we're good. It's connected now. So I can, if I had, you should at this point be able to tell this guy to turn on your lights and stuff. And they should also be showing up here in this. So, yay! The one other thing to show you at the end of this is with the Google, or with the cloud, with the Home Assistant cloud, it does a pretty good job, I think, so far that I've seen of automatically updating your devices. So when you add a new device to Home Assistant, and you're using Home Assistant Cloud for your Google Home connection, your devices get updated pretty easily. There's a resync that happens occasionally, I guess, maybe when you update or do something like that. But when you do it this way, when you do it the way that we just... What's expired? That link is expired? That should not be so. Give me 2 seconds. I'll give you another link. Oh, is that all you have to do? Hey, Google, sync devices. Hey, Google. Oh, sorry, everybody. Sync devices. But so with this method, Frenck, I guess so you have to do that if you're using Home Assistant Cloud.
Okay, syncing devices for has.io.
Whew. But what you have to do, oh wow, look at that restream chat. Oh my gosh. I should have been following along with that. That's actually easier to read. I think I might do that next time instead. What I was saying is there is, if you've done it the way we just showed without using Home Assistant Cloud, then there is a step that you need to do every time that you want to update your devices. And let me see if I remember where it was. Luke showed me, and I can't, let me see if I remember where it was. No, it's not this. It's one of these notes here. One of these notes tells you what to do. No, I can't remember what it was. It's escaping my memory now. So once you do it, can you do it? Yeah, that was my has.io cloud that it synced, yeah. So Bill says, why not use Home Assistant Cloud? And thank you. I'll look down there, Kevin. So I do use Home Assistant Cloud, and I strongly recommend that everybody use Home Assistant Cloud. I think Home Assistant Cloud is very simple. It's functional for all of us that, you know, have a hard time with some of this. There's no way I could have done this without somebody like Luke and Alian and Frenck today, of course, showing me how to do this. I'm just not a programming guy, and I think a lot of us want to do this that maybe don't have the background to be able to sort through this stuff on our own. So something like Home Assistant Cloud makes that really easy. But the reason that I'm showing this anyways is only because there are a few people who, for a variety of reasons, can't use the Home Assistant Cloud. You know, $5 a month, it's not nothing. You know, in some places that's significant. And so for their sake, and because I had a lot of people ask me all the time, can I show how to do this? So I did. That's why. But I still would love to see as many people as possible use the Home Assistant Cloud for this exact thing. So sorting this out is the fun of that. This has been fun, and I've definitely learned some good stuff. I've learned some good stuff. You know, how to sort through this was all brand new to me. So it was good to be able to learn how to do that. All right, let's see. I guess the instructions are in here. Request an argument. Add a new project. Project ID. Generate a new API key. Oh, yes, this is right. Yes. Oh, gosh. Okay, I can't show you how to do this, but this, if you, you will need, if you do this, I believe if the resync doesn't work, further up, Kevin says further up. Is this it? No, that's the same thing. It just keeps saying that on every note, says that. Right above configuration. It says configuration 23 times. Wee bit down, wee bit up. Downsearch for Google Assistant requesting. Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you, Frenck. Yeah, that's what the service is called. There we go. Okay, you need to create an API key with Google Cloud API Console, which allows you to update devices without unlinking and relinking an account. If you don't provide one, the Google Assistant Resync service, you get this where you can read it, is not exposed. It is recommended to set up this configuration key is all, oh yes, that's right. Okay, so what you have to do, so you go through this step, you go through this, and you get an API key, right? So you go through this and you get an API key. All right, you have to enable this, and then it gives you an API key. Yes, now I'm remembering. 2 hours of streaming, and I start to lose my mind. Then you have to go back here, and in your configuration, you have to put API key like that, and then you put in your API key. And then you will have a service available in Home Assistant that is the Google Assistant. See, it's not there for me now, but it will be Google Assistant request resync or whatever that said, right? Is that it? You have to select the project. I don't want to get that. I don't want to do that key thing right now because it will probably give me some sort of a key. Anyways, I think that's enough. I'm going to go under Google settings though. Oh yeah, make sure. Oh yeah, make sure here. I'm sorry. Thank you, Alian. Make sure here that you have the right project selected. Excuse me. So my project was this one, right? It was this Google Assistant one. So make sure I have this project selected. Then I need to get the API key from here somehow. All right. I'm sorry if that part was, would say your URL there is wrong. Oh, okay. What do you think, guys? Did we do it? Were we successful? We got it running. We got it running. The resync thing we here was a little bit choppy at the end, but you got the basics of it. The instructions are there. You do have to get the API key, make sure that you're doing it for the correct project, and then take that API key that it gives you, put it in here, and then you'll be able to do resyncing of your devices.
I think this is it because it said it was delivered. So should I open it?
Sure. Okay. All right, guys, that was fun. Let's do some housekeeping, closing up stuff. What else is going on out there? I'm having a great time. Better use DuckDNS or your own domain. Oh, good question. If you have your own, thank you very much, Alian. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. Pointing me in the right direction there. I had that down last night. I knew about it, but I do start to lose my mind. Did I decide on a new camera? You talking to me, Ralph? I don't have a new camera. Maybe that's what Mrs. Z should get me for Christmas. Oh no, don't do that. Don't tell her that. She's probably watching. Dang it. Because
she's not home yet.
She's not home? Okay, good. She's not home. She's not watching. I don't want her to spend a bunch of money. That's the problem. She wants to, you know, she's always like, oh, what do I get you for Christmas? What do I get you for Christmas? I could get you this or get you that. And it's always stuff that's like really expensive. And I don't want her to spend a bunch of money on me. Mostly because I have to make it. Rajesh, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Are you going to say doing this? Am I going to be doing this stuff full time? Not for a while. I wish that would be fantastic. If I could make even close to the same amount of money doing this as I do in my regular job, then yes, I would, because this is too much fun for me. This is what I would do with my free time, for free. So if I could do this and do projects and do these kinds of things, videos and streams, and have a group of friends like you guys, heck yeah, I would do this all the time. I mean, I'd be like Frenck and streaming 5 hours a day. I don't know if I can handle that. I'd freak out. My eyes get buggy and I get real tired. As you see, I don't stop talking when I'm on these streams. Alian knows. He's like, he was editing videos for me and he's like, you talk a lot. And you say, no, what is it I say, Alian? I say so, and I say all right. Those are my two words that I say like 50 times in every stream or something. Discord is working. It was going on a PC and it fails. When you use your phone, now it works. Okay, cool. Yeah, that should have been a permanent. That should have been a permanent link. So hopefully, hopefully that link to Discord stays active. If it doesn't, you know, I'm sure I'll hear about it and I'll make a new one. So I wanted to do this as a stub domain because you already had a domain and using. Okay. Which one is more secure? That's a good question for the. Yeah, that one probably needs to go over there. That's a good question for all the guys in the chat. I wouldn't be able to tell you what's more secure. I'm just not savvy on those things. But and again, one of these. So I can't believe we're done with 6 streams. Like, so this is the halfway point. Contact me about the Discord stuff, helping you set stuff up, just like Restream and stuff. Happy to help. Thanks, Frank. I'll do that. I'll do that. That would be a fun stream to do. Is how do you set some of this stuff up? But so what I was going to say is what we'll do for one of these next. We got 6 more of the 12 streams of Christmas, and the next one. Well, I don't know what the next one's going to be. It'll be tomorrow night, though. I'm pretty sure we can do it tomorrow night. I think the one night this week I won't be able to do it is Wednesday, and I have to do nights this week. The next 4 streams will have to be at night because of work. You know, my work time is daytime, and for the most part, set up a streaming while streaming. That might break the universe, but we could do it. So anyways, you can, and I'll put it in the calendar. If you guys didn't see yesterday, we have a calendar now. If you go to DrZzs.com, we have, and it's right now it's set up for streams mostly, but, it's going to be, I mean, it's available. If you have something, if you're doing something and you want to let everybody know about it, we're going to keep this calendar. It's DrZzs and Friends, Home Assistant streams and events. So if you, we've got Salty on there. Frank's going to put his on there. A few other guys are going to put theirs on there. DuckDNS is totally free, Fabian, totally free. Doesn't cost anything, ever. I think you can donate if you want. And that's nice to do, if you can. And then right here, you can actually see the post is already here for this. This is the instructions Luke sent me. And I'll try and update that with some better stuff. So DigiBlur is going to put some stuff on there. I don't know how much Rob's going to stream. He did one the other night for me, which I really appreciate. I specifically asked him if he would help do that. Take a that's, you know what, ES Home Live is on one of my to-do lists for sure. But one of these streams coming up, probably in the next few, one of these at night, is going to be PyVPN, setting up a VPN, because that's what I do. All right. Some of the other things we'll do, we'll try and do that ESP Home Live. We'll try and do MicroPython again. We might be able to get that working. There's still plenty of stuff to do with lights, and there's plenty of things to do. I need to do the same thing that we just figured out how to do here with. Is it updating live? Oh, I don't know. Did you just put something on there, Frank? Yep, there it is. Frank's next stream. Right there. Awesome. There it is. And when you set this, like if you grab this calendar, you know, if you use Google Calendar, all you have to do is hit this click down here and it will import everything that comes into this calendar into your calendar. And so then you can set up notifications and stuff, and you can get a bing every time somebody's about to go live. So super awesome. Yeah, he did have a good stream. I watched it. I watched most of it. So anybody who's going to do some Home Assistant related stuff, let me know. We'll give you access to put your stuff on here. And I think we can put other things on here too. If there's meetups or if there's other things on there too, we can put them on there. So it's useful. Okay. I think that's it. Are we going to gather some monkeys for a sign off?
Sign off time.
They start screaming. I think for now, I'll just use DuckDNS. Maybe I'll switch to your own domain. What's the matter?
They just got out of the bath.
They just got out of the bath? Okay,
Yeah,
well, I could waste 5 more minutes while they get dressed. They want to be in it, don't they?
Really do.
Okay, so my little girls just got out of the bathtub, and so
I was
they...
to get it off and back on.
Oh, you were?
Everything.
Oh, awesome. The kids are so excited about sign off. They love it. The little ones, and they love getting in the back and dancing. I'm actually surprised. Dawson has been restraining himself. He loves to get behind me, get back there and dance or do something. Just see himself in the screen. And so he's been standing over here patiently and quietly. Zoe's here too. I don't know how excited she is to get on there. She's going to say hi. Here she is. I need to do a meetup tour. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
To get tickets for next year's CVX Live.
Oh, that's true. There's that. There's CVX Live. We'll have to do something about that. We'll have to try and figure something out. Oh, they got dressed. They're not buttoned. Their dresses aren't buttoned, but they're ready. Okay, guys, that was wonderful. Alian, thank you for your help. Luke, huge thanks. Frank, thanks for being there and back me up, brother, and get that sorted out for us right away. And it worked. How fantastic is that? I saw somebody had a question about port forwarding. There's, your router is going to be specific to you. Watch that JuanmTech video about setting up Let's Encrypt. If you type !Let's Encrypt in the chat, it will take you to his video. Okay, and they're yelling. Now wife's yelling. Okay, anyways, thank you as ever. Happy Sundays. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Thanks, man. All right, we will see you. I'll be here tomorrow night. All right, everybody, let's gather around. Let's do it. I know you girls are all wet in your hairs. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time. Adios.
Adios, fellas. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Take care.